Have you ever felt the sting of being treated merely as a rung on someone's ladder to success, or as a mere stepping stone to their ambitions? The world of relationships, teeming with complexity and nuance, often cloaks the harsh reality of insincerity behind a veil of perceived goodness. Yet, amidst this masquerade, certain telltale signs and subtly dropped hints betray those who view us not as companions in life's journey, but as instruments for their personal gain. In this presentation, we delve into the murky waters of such exploitative behavior, casting a spotlight on 7 distinct attitudes that unmistakably reveal a person's lack of genuine concern for us. This exploration serves as a clarion call to strip away the masks worn by deceitful acquaintances. Join us in this revealing endeavor, and arm yourself with knowledge that could safeguard your emotional well-being. Remember, nurturing a positive and protective space for yourself starts with awareness. Subscribe to our channel and embrace the wisdom needed to spot and steer clear of these detrimental influences in your life. The art of navigating the complex spectrum of human relationships demands both intuition and a wealth of experience. Throughout this voyage, we encounter an array of characters. Some add value and richness to our existence, while others seek to diminish it. The challenge of discerning a user from a genuine friend can be daunting and is often shrouded in ambiguity. Yet, the journey to recognize such exploitative tendencies marks the beginning of reclaiming our self-esteem. In laying down the foundations for healthy boundaries, we arrive at a pivotal realization. You are worthy of engaging in relationships that are both reciprocal and rooted in respect. If this message resonates with you, and you find wisdom in our shared insights, I cordially invite you to subscribe for more enlightening content. Together, we'll continue to unravel the intricacies of human interactions, gaining a deeper understanding of the behavioral and emotional dynamics that shape our connections. Your engagement is invaluable as we embark on this path of discovery and lifelong learning. Let us not forget, the cornerstone of more fulfilling and mutually enriching relationships is the practice of recognition, action, and most importantly, the mutual respect of one's boundaries and dignity. The second red flag to be wary of is the phenomenon of selective availability. Within the intricate dance of human relations, this particular pattern of behavior emerges as a clear indicator of utilitarian intent. This dynamic is starkly revealed when an individual appears conspicuously at hand whenever their needs surface, yet becomes conspicuously absent when the tables are turned. Envision yourself consistently playing the role of the supporter, always ready to offer a listening ear, a favor, or your undivided attention. Yet, when you find yourself in need, seeking that same support or aid, you're met with nothing but silence from them. Messages left unanswered, phone calls never returned, or at the very least, conversations that subtly veer away from anything of substance. These are the telltale responses you're left to contend with. Such patterns of interaction create a lopsided landscape of engagement, where you find yourself incessantly pouring into a well that never gives back. This dynamic starkly illuminates not just an absence of thoughtfulness, but a pointed neglect for your emotional and physical investment. The phenomenon of selective availability thus stands as a harsh mirror, reflecting a truth hard to digest. The presence of the other is conditional, contingent solely upon their convenience, leaving you marooned in a relationship where reciprocity is a foreign concept. This one-way street breeds a toxic mix of disenchantment and bitterness, transforming the relationship into a scale perpetually tipped against you, where your needs and desires are habitually sidelined. Confronting this stark imbalance becomes imperative. One must ponder, does this connection genuinely enrich both lives, or has it devolved into a mere convenience for the other's whims? Self-respect and self-esteem now take center stage, urging a critical reassessment of our boundaries. It beckons us to question whether the pillars of reciprocity and mutual respect are indeed upheld within the framework of this relationship. The third indicator becomes glaringly evident in this tableau of relational dynamics: the stark absence of genuine personal interest. Authentic friends and true companions distinguish themselves through a deep-seated curiosity about our lives, our feelings, and our adventures. They bask in the narrative of our existence, celebrating our achievements and providing solace in our times of struggle. In stark opposition stands the individual whose concern is purely transactional or expedient. Rare is the occasion when such a person inquires after your well-being, your emotions, or your dreams. Their engagement in dialogue, if at all present, orbits exclusively around their own experiences and desires, or lingers on matters lacking any real depth or emotional connection. This interaction, or lack thereof, unveils a profound disconnect, positioning you as nothing more than a sounding board for their tales, or a utility for their convenience. A glaring void of curiosity and empathy marks you as valuable only to the extent of what you can provide, not for who you are. Coming to terms with this reality, though wrenching, is indispensable for safeguarding one's dignity. It becomes crucial to interrogate the nature of our bonds. Do they represent a fair and sincere exchange, or are we relegated to the margins, mere extras in the narrative of another's life? The absence of personal interest in a relationship waves a glaring red flag, compelling us to reassess our connections and to seek out spaces where our entire being is valued and respected. If you've journeyed with us to this point, you belong to the rare cadre of individuals genuinely dedicated to personal advancement. I encourage you to leave a comment with seeking wisdom and today's date as a personal vow to continue on this path of self-discovery. Let's press forward. The fourth marker we encounter in the landscape of interpersonal relationships signals a cautionary tale of guilt and manipulation laid bare. The deployment of guilt as a mechanism of manipulation stands out as a particularly sinister tactic within human interaction. This strategy may take on various forms, yet its essence remains unaltered: to compel another person to act in service of the manipulator's desires under duress. Envision finding yourself repeatedly cornered into acquiescing to requests or demands under the weight of a subtle yet overwhelming pressure. Alternatively, you might observe the other party deftly maneuvering your emotions to serve their ends, casting phrases such as, "If you truly valued our friendship, you would agree," or "I would do it for you in a heartbeat," into the fray. These phrases serve as psychological artillery, crafted to leverage your innate kindness and empathy against you. Such tactics of manipulation are cunningly veiled beneath layers of perceived normalcy or obligation, engineered to sow seeds of self-doubt within you, making you question the legitimacy of your own feelings and perceptions. This represents a perilous domain where your emotional fortitude and self-regard are under siege. Conversely, it's imperative to recognize that the bedrock of any healthy relationship is constructed upon mutual trust, respect, and the liberty to voice and address personal needs devoid of intimidation or compulsion. Encountering these manipulative gambits with regularity necessitates a critical reassessment of the relationship's foundations, including the potential to instate more constructive boundaries. Acknowledging the presence of manipulation stands as a courageous affirmation of your emotional autonomy, an unequivocal declaration of your refusal to be swayed by guilt or manipulation in making decisions that honor your well-being. The fifth indicator that surfaces in the intricate web of human relationships is the consistent absence of respect. Respect is the cornerstone of any profound connection, necessitating a reciprocal flow of admiration and regard. An authentic friend or steadfast ally upholds this ethos through actions that epitomize mutual respect and consideration. Yet, you might find yourself recurrently at the mercy of someone who flagrantly ignores these norms. Picture being regularly subjected to scenarios where your arrangements are abruptly discarded, or the other individual perpetually arrives late, or, in more egregious cases, fails to appear at all. This pattern suggests an underlying expectation for you to constantly adapt to their whims and conveniences, highlighting a glaring disrespect for your time and commitments. The recurring theme of disregard for your needs and time shines a glaring light on the unfortunate truth that your worth is underestimated by this individual. Such behaviors, when pieced together, paint a vivid picture of egocentrism and a stark lack of empathy. Yet, it's crucial to acknowledge our collective human imperfections. Moments of selfishness are, to some extent, an intrinsic part of the human condition. What sets apart those who merely take advantage of us is the chronic nature of these actions, marked by an enduring refusal to recognize their impact or to make amends. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of interpersonal dynamics, it becomes apparent that armed with self-awareness and assertiveness, we can shield ourselves from exploitation. Identifying these red flags and learning the appropriate responses is indispensable. Acknowledging the toxicity in certain relationships propels us toward reevaluating our connections and fortifying our emotional and psychological resilience. As we navigate through the complexities of human interactions, realizing our capability to discern and address exploitation is a significant leap forward. Armed with knowledge and insight, we position ourselves to cultivate relationships rooted in mutual respect and understanding. If this exploration resonates with you, seize the moment. I invite you to delve deeper into these concepts with the ebook, Stoicism in the 21st Century, Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges, a guide designed to enrich your journey towards prosperity, abundance, and enhanced interpersonal connections. Find the link to this treasure trove of wisdom in the pinned comment below. The sixth sign we encounter on this journey is superficial bonding, a subtle yet potent indicator of a relationship's true essence. This hallmark of superficiality is especially deceptive, effectively camouflaging the relationship's lack of depth. In such connections, it's common to observe a pattern where interactions barely scratch the surface, steering clear of any profound or personal exchanges. These individuals maintain a fortress around their vulnerabilities, keeping their emotional expressions in check. This impenetrable veil hinders the relationship from evolving into a deeper bond characterized by trust and mutual support. It remains trapped in an endless loop of superficiality, where, despite the passage of time, the true essence of the individual remains elusive, hidden behind a carefully maintained facade. This realization that the relationship lacks depth and fails to prioritize genuine emotional exchange is a stark indicator of its superficial nature. It beckons us to critically assess the substance and potential of our relationships. Are we truly nurturing connections that promise reciprocal growth and enrichment? This question challenges us to reflect on the depth and quality of our engagements, urging a thoughtful consideration of where we invest our emotional energies. Top of form. Are we merely grasping at the semblance of a bond that fails to evolve into a connection of substance? The awakening to such a superficial engagement propels us towards making more discerning choices, enabling us to safeguard our serenity and pursue relationships that truly resonate with reciprocity and profoundness. The seventh marker, conspicuously absent during pivotal moments, emerges as a beacon in our exploration of human connections. The true essence of a meaningful relationship is often not illuminated under the gleam of fair-weather days, but in the tempests of life's trials. It's amidst the throes of adversity, sickness, loss, or the suffocating grip of stress that the genuine character of our bonds is rigorously examined. Picture yourself amidst one of life's tumultuous chapters, yearning for the comfort and solidarity of a companion or confidant. Yet, what you encounter is a gaping absence. The individual, perhaps, extends only perfunctory consolations or cliched expressions of sympathy, their words ringing hollow, devoid of true empathy. This conspicuous absence, especially when support is most acutely needed, is a glaring red flag. It lays bare a dynamic rife with imbalance, one party deeply invested emotionally, while the other retreats at the juncture of mutual support. Such absence in critical moments acts as a stark revelation of the relationship's core nature. The issue transcends mere physical non-attendance. It encompasses a profound lack of empathy, emotional disengagement, and apathy that eloquently speak to the heart of the matter. This deficit not only erodes the relational fabric, but also prompts introspection regarding the bond's true worth and the authenticity of its foundation. Facing this stark reality, though heartrending, is indispensable in honoring our self-respect and emotional health. It nudges us towards a thoughtful reassessment of our connections, contemplating the essence of cultivating relationships characterized by mutual support and genuine reciprocity. Acknowledging these signs is a critical first stride. Yet, the defining element of our relationships hinges on our response to these revelations. In moments demanding solidarity and support, the absence of a supposedly close individual unveils a disconcerting truth about the nature of our bond. Such instances, fraught with difficulty, serve as the ultimate litmus test for the depth and sincerity of our connections. The evident lack of emotional investment and solidarity from someone we considered close signals a need for reevaluation. To foster healthier, more balanced relationships, the establishment of clear, respectful boundaries becomes crucial. Articulating a clear no is an indispensable pillar of any robust relationship. When ensnared in moments of discomfort or undue pressure, the articulation of your personal boundaries with unambiguous clarity becomes not just important, but fundamental to your self-respect and emotional preservation. It's a testament to valuing your own well-being by delineating and staunchly upholding the limits of what you deem acceptable. In instances where you sense exploitation, engaging in frank and open dialogue is paramount. Approaching the conversation with calmness, clarity, and precision, while ensuring your expressions are devoid of blame, can illuminate misunderstandings and perhaps prompt the other party to introspect and amend their behavior. Additionally, seeking the counsel and support of trusted acquaintances, family, or professionals can offer invaluable perspectives, alongside emotional succor and direction. It's a fundamental truth that every person is entitled to respect and a reciprocal dynamic in their interactions. By identifying and addressing scenarios where your needs and concerns are sidelined, you undertake a critical step towards fortifying your emotional resilience. This journey towards mastering the art of navigating these challenges is empowering, steering us towards the cultivation of relationships that are both rewarding and anchored in mutual respect, empathy, and sincere communication. Recognizing the indicators of disproportionate relationships and adopting proactive measures marks a significant stride in safeguarding your well-being and fostering more meaningful connections. It is crucial to internalize that your worth is not contingent on the treatment you receive from others. Rather, it is inherent and further solidified by your stance in the face of disregard or neglect. As we endeavor to decipher genuine intentions and forge authentic bonds, a key insight emerges. You are deserving of engaging in relationships that are enriching and reciprocal. Together, we shall continue to delve into the labyrinth of human interactions, gradually unraveling the complex web of behaviors and emotions that define our connections. Your engagement is vital in this expedition of exploration and perpetual learning. Let us not forget, the essence of nurturing more profound and fulfilling relationships resides in our ability to recognize, act, and most importantly, uphold respect for ourselves and those around us.